Okay, great morning, chit-chat, Kit Kats. I wanted to talk a little bit about what was wrong with Manamu. He had a very severe birth defect, and, I had never heard of this before, but it's like being born without a liver, basically, because the system is not connecting up right. What's supposed to go through the liver, it bypasses the liver. And so it's like a person that has severe liver disease, and toxins are flooding the body and everything shuts down. So what I found out too that I had no way of knowing, and maybe this is something I want to pass along, that the breed most susceptible to this are the little yorkies. They said that the yorkie terriers are, I think they said like 3 times more susceptible to this than any other breed. Now, I watched some other videos on it to really understand what it is. And there was this little yorkie, and sometimes this may not make its appearance until they're grown, okay? And they showed this little yorkie, what it was doing, going in circles and all the other stuff. And, like little Manamu would want to come in here and hide his head here. They will try to get in a tight space. That's something that happens with it. And like I said with little Manamu, I was telling people, his consciousness is going down. He's not able to function. He was losing his eyesight, just very weak, and confusion, not able to function. And I mean, this happened rapidly with him, and I think it happened rapidly with him because he is so tiny. But that's what happens with it. It's basically, since it bypasses the liver, it's like being born without a liver at all. And so the toxins are building up and shutting down your organs and your mind and everything, to where you can't function. Now, it said also that it requires a surgery, and 10 to 15% of them will not make it through surgery. Now, the one case that I saw, this little yorkie, they went and opted for surgery, but after the surgery, the little yorkie had a major epileptic happening and passed. So even though they went through the surgery and everything, he passed anyway. So this is a very difficult thing to cure. You have to be very fortunate if they can pull through, and it takes a very specialized person to be able to even do that surgery. And you have to really catch it early. If you don't see the signs really early, the toxins can build up, and then again, as happened with that little yorkie, they will pass anyway because there's just too many toxins in their system at that point to be able to pull out of it. So anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. Somebody was just saying on the channel, I thought you just got him. Well, yeah, I had him for a week, 1 week. It was exactly a week after I got him that he passed. And it was the day before. I got him the day before Mr. Max passed of congestive heart failure. I haven't even gotten Mr. Max's ashes back yet. And now I'm having to deal with waiting for ashes come back from little Manamu as well. And, I'm surprised when people don't go and spend that last few minutes with their pet. So I understand maybe it's really hard for people. They don't want to see that happen, but I want to give them comfort as much as you can in the situation. So that's it. That's all I want to say on this. It's a birth defect that's really, especially in puppies that are so young, they're just, and it's a horrible thing to see. It's a horrible thing to have them here. I know everybody was pulling for him, and, I think it's just that really wanting to see him thrive, but it wasn't realistic. I'm here and I'm trying to tell people, no, you don't understand. He's going downhill. I can tell every day he's losing ground. I knew pretty rapidly he wasn't going to make it. I could feel his life force going. And, like we had somebody here that was really sending him Reiki and was really right on with everything with him, that he would try to bounce back a little bit and then really crash, and try to bounce back and really crash. A real roller coaster. And then at the end, he was just rejecting the Reiki because he was ready to pass. He just, there was no, I don't care how much Reiki, how much anything, how much prayers, well wishes, everything. It's not going to reroute what's going wrong in the body, okay? This was like a structural problem. And the only way that could be possibly come out of it is through surgery, and he was just too far gone and too small. He would have passed the minute they put him under for surgery. He would have been gone. So yes, it's been a very tough month, losing May, losing Max, and now losing Manamu. And I'm here at home, and it's just, different place here now. But you sit here and you still have that feeling of expecting them to run out and greet you in the morning, or expecting Mr. Max to be sitting here, which he always did, Or at night when I get ready to go to bed, they would all give me this look like it's time to go to bed, They would say it's time. And then all want to run in to get their treats, bedtime treats. So just, those daily things that you're used to them doing, they're, when it's gone, immediately gone. And you're sitting here, like I was sitting here the other day, and I just felt Mr. Max. I'd go look over to him, and of course, there's nothing to see. But sometimes you just feel it so strong, like May coming out in the morning, and she would always put her little paws up here and say, good morning, and then she'd go back into bed. And the minute I get up to go to the kitchen, she knew. I'm, wearing moccasins that make no sound. How she knew I got up to go in the kitchen, I don't know, but she was there by the time I got to the kitchen to have her morning treats. Or you come home and you open the door and you're used to seeing two little noses coming through the door, It was always Max first, and then May would be right behind him, a little black nose and a little brown nose coming through the door. And so you come home and you open the door and there are no little noses. So it just takes a bit of time to adjust that the things that you're so used to having there are gone, So anyway, mainly I just wanted to get on here and talk about what that is. I had never heard of it. When he said what it was at first, that he thought it was, I was clueless. I had no idea what he was talking about. So anyway, on that note, I'm going to leave that here. But if you have a Yorkie or you're thinking about getting a Yorkie, this is something to really consider. Because, you could get a Yorkie that's, and you think that maybe he's 6 months or a year, and they're okay. It can show up a little later. Now, how they live that long to adulthood without taking them out, I don't know, because basically it's like not having a liver at all. But something to think about and look at when you're looking at breeds and potential problems that they have. And like I said, this particular birth defect is most common in Yorkies. Now, other breeds can have it. It's something to do with the gestation period when they're being formed. And there's, the umbilical cord and stuff, that everything is filtered through the mother to begin with. And so, when they're born, usually that shuts down, and then this other thing opens up, but in this case, they don't have it. So that's what happens, and there's nothing that can be done if they are born with that birth defect. So on that note, I'm going to leave this here, and I'll see you online.